been the mantra for Panama City leaders for years now. They've created a community development corporation, implemented a bed tax, and have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on redevelopment consultants and design fees.
Some have blamed the rescue mission of the homeless for hampering past efforts. In her special report tonight, News 13's Larissa Scott takes a look to see if that's still the case.
We help a lot of people.
Just 4 years ago, the city of Panama City said they had homeless people lining the streets in the downtown area, and many people pointed their finger at the Panama City Rescue Mission.
The homelessness across the country went up during the Great Recession. We were not immune from that.
Several years ago, probably in a 4 or 5 year ago time frame, we started to see a pretty large problem with vagrancy and homeless issues that were directly related or supported by activity at the rescue mission.
But the rescue mission's current local president, Thurman Chambers, says it's unfair to put all of the blame on the organization.
There's other places that draw them here. You know, Behavior Hospital on Harrison and Life Management, both great organizations, and we work with them.
From 2010 to 2012, the Panama City Police Department responded to an average of 488 calls for service in or around the mission.
Before, it was very difficult. And when you've got an organization that isn't paying any taxes because it's a nonprofit, they're requiring more services and not paying into the into the revenue stream that it takes to maintain and make people safe.
At first, city officials tried to regulate the behavior of the transients, passing tough new panhandling and nuisance ordinances.
To limit some of that activity of panhandling that was occurring on the city streets.
Those ordinances, along with a change of management and kind of an approach by the rescue mission, has gone a long way to solving the really rough vagrancy problem that we had.
And the numbers seem to confirm those beliefs. From 2013 to 2015, Panama City Police responded to an average of 182 calls for service in or around the mission, a 168% drop in call volume from the previous 3 years. But many still believe the mission needs to move out of the downtown area in order to make downtown redevelopment successful. And at one point, the mission considered moving.
We tried to take over the Rooms to Go building, and that neighborhood said no. And they took a petition to the mayor, and, we backed off.
These days, Chambers has ruled out any type of move.
For its location and moving, we're not. I can tell you that today. The board has made a decision that this is where we're going to stay.
Even some city officials now say a move may not be necessary.
It has not been brought up by any development team that has come in and talked to us that would be a problem, and that we've been dealing with it well.
The presence of a rescue mission in the downtown is not necessarily in itself a detrimental thing. It's all about how it is run and how they cooperate with law enforcement and the other social service organizations.
And you're always going to have temporarily homeless people. There's always going to be a certain amount of issues, but it has gotten much, much better in the last 5 years.
In Panama City, Larissa Scott, News 13.
The city says there are currently no talks at staff level about wanting to move the mission.
They say that the positive changes over the years have made the organization a relative non-issue for the community.
Now, 488 calls. This is a fucking mission. 488 calls in one fucking year? What the fuck? I'd love to know what them calls were about. A fucking mission? Why ain't them motherfuckers open 24 hours a day? They shouldn't be able to be called a fucking mission. Because basically I think all they are just a fucking scam, that's all. From what I understand, they'll get donations from restaurants, they'll get donations from all different kinds of people in the community. That shit don't fucking ever hit the fucking place where they feed and everything like that. Shit. One time when I ate at the fucking mission there, man, It was rotten fucking turkey. Then you got these fucking idiots that'll dress up in red and green outfits and put them Christmas fucking uniforms on. Them hypocrite motherfuckers. Oh, I'm just here to get my ugly fucking mug in the fucking newspapers. I have such a low fucking opinion of myself. I gotta get in the newspaper. I gotta get on TV, or otherwise I don't even fucking think that I'm even worth anything. But the truth of the matter is, they don't look in to see the reason why people are fucking arrested. No siree. They don't look at the facts of a mission. Why do they gotta call the fucking cops? They don't know how to negotiate, talk to these people. Why couldn't they have a fucking area that if somebody's drunk or something like that, that they could fucking sleep it off? There one time used to be a day center that was open, where people would go in there that they could stay in the daytime and everything like that. And the thing is, the mission has been around many, many, many years. So automatically, street people, they don't have, a lot of times they don't have watches. They may not read the newspapers. They may not have a way to tell time. They may not know when a fucking ride is going to come in or anything like that. When they're going to get a ride, they might be hitchhiking or walking or whatever the hell it is. The people come to missions, they don't have fucking cars or anything like that. And I even talked to one guy. He basically said Panama City Mission could suck his motherfucking dick. And I wanted to get their true opinions about the Panama City Mission. About how they treat people. This guy told me that he had shorts and flip-flops, and they rejected him. And then another thing, I don't know if people know this or not, a lot of times the people that are running the mission came from fucking prison. And if you only knew the records of them motherfuckers that came from prison, who the fuck are they to tell people what to do? There used to be Billy Fox one time at the mission there. And then before that, there was Joe O'Daniel. From what I understand, he was a homicide detective from Alabama. See, the thing is, that fucking mission. I don't see no fucking love, and I see it looks to me like it's in ways it's just like being in fucking jail, man. You go in there, fucking snoring going on. Then you got these hypocrite motherfuckers that'll come in, and they beat the Bible, but you can see from their actions, they don't fucking give a shit. And the downtown problem with the fucking homeless people, cops can't figure out a place to set aside to where they could say to the street people in the daytime, you ain't got nowhere to go. Come on down here. Sleep. Do whatever you want. No, they don't do that. There's plenty of areas that they could take and they could put up a high fence. They could have a fucking cop there. And they'd say, look here, in order to come in here, your ID's going to be checked. And then those who don't want to go to this area, they would be more likely to be suspect of, hey, are you running? You hiding? What's the reason why you don't want to go to an area? And I'm sure there are probably many well-meaning people that they donate to the mission, and they don't even fucking know the shit that goes on. And how many of these people that donate to the mission, these churches and everything like that, would be shocked to know the number of times that they fucking called the cops and what they called the cops for. It's like they're on a fucking power trip. This is what I basically found is. And if a street person questions them, they call the fucking cops. And this is a motherfucking mission. So why the fuck ain't it open 24 hours a day? I even went so far as to contact the Mission Accreditation Bullshit Bureau in Los Angeles, California one time. I called them motherfuckers up and I told them about the Panama City fucking mission there. I said, what's with this shit? They're not open 24 hours a day. They shouldn't be called a motherfucking mission. So, what I think is going on, there's a sweetheart deal that's going on. Hey, if the mission takes care of the street people too much, the cops ain't going to be able to throw people in jail that are sleeping all over the place. And I firmly believe, and I have no proof of this, but I suspect the cops get paid cash. You tell me why the fuck the cops would take and drive somebody 40 miles. It'll be a 40-mile round trip to go to Star Avenue to go to the Bay County fucking jail there, where somebody ain't got a pot to piss in the window to throw it out. And I'd love to know exactly how the jail gets paid. I'd love to know that. I'd love to know who gets a kickback to look the other way. Why is it that street people will be thrown in jail when they're harmless and homeless? I strongly suspect the cops are getting fucking cash because they're in too much of a motherfucking hurry to throw people in jail than try and reason things out and try to keep them from going to jail. There's something awful suspicious going on. Now, the downtown development thing? Hell, one time I said, look here, at Harrison Avenue and 15th Street, I said there's some woods there. You could build a place there. You could have it to where it's nowhere downtown, but still at the same time, it could get people that are going to the Panama City Rescue Mission and keep them from going downtown. The homeless coalition people, bullshit motherfuckers, I told them, why don't you do that? In one ear, out the other. Because basically, I believe all that, the homeless coalition bullshit, all that was a fucking grant for people to get rich off of. I think they got something like $1 million fucking dollars or something like that. Not a motherfucking thing was done. So the truth of the matter is, over in New Orleans, they have a different policy. If you're homeless, they'll check you out. And if you're okay, they'll give you a certification that you're harmless. That's what I found out in New Orleans. Man, they treat people, street people, I couldn't believe it. They had fucking tents setting out. And I thought, man, they're going to be arrested. They said, no, we don't get arrested. As long as we stay out of the tourist section, we're okay.